Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama-shloke Bhaktir-bhavati naistiki. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana-salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री प्रहलाद स्तुति की जय। समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। हरे कृष्णा। श्री विद्या माता जी हरे कृष्णा। So today is 2nd June 2025. I welcome you to our Srimad Bhagavatam for All session.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So we're going to resume Sri Narasimha Lila prayers. Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Stuti, Prahlad Maharaj's prayers from Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 9th chapter, prayers of Prahlad Maharaj. And today's verse is verse 23. So I'll just recite the verse first, and we'll read the translation and purport, and then I can give the explanation. दृष्टा मया दिवि विभो khila-dhiṣṇya-pānām āyuḥ śriyo vibhava icchati janoyam smat pituḥ kupita-hāsa-vijṛmbhita-bhrū visphūrjitena lulitāḥ satute nirastaḥ dṛṣṭā mayā divi vibho khila-dhiṣṇya-pānām āyuḥ śriyo vibhava icchati janoyam smat pituḥ kupita-hāsa-vijṛmbhita-bhrū visphūrjitena lulitāḥ satute nirastaḥ. Mataji, you want to read the translation? Sri Vidya Mataji, would you like to read?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, go.
My dear Lord, People in general want to be elevated to the higher planetary systems for a long duration of life, opulence, and enjoyment. But I have seen all of this through the activities of my father. When my family gathered the same at the demigods, they were immediately vanquished simply by seeing the movements of his eyebrows. Yet my father, who was so powerful, has now been vanquished by you within a moment.
Thank you, Mataji. So, my dear Lord, people in general want to be elevated to the higher planetary systems for a long duration of life, opulence, and enjoyment. But I have seen all of these through the activities of my father. When my father was angry and he laughed sarcastically at the demigods, they were immediately vanquished simply by seeing the movements of his eyebrows. Yet my father, who was so powerful, has now been vanquished by you within a moment. So, Suhrid or Prabhuji, Mataji, would you like to read the purport? No?
Okay, Mataji, I can read it. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji, go ahead.
Within this material world, one should understand by practical experience the value of material opulence, longevity, and influence. We have actual experience that even on this planet, there have been many great politicians and military commanders like Napoleon, Hitler, Subhash Chandra Bose, and Gandhi. But as soon as their lives were finished, their opportunity, their popularity, influence, and everything else were finished also. Prahlad Maharaja family gathered the same experience by seeing the activities of Hiranyakashipu, his great father. Therefore, Prahlad Maharaja did not give any importance to anything in this material world. No one can maintain his body or material achievements forever. A Vaishnava can understand that nothing within this material world, not even that which is powerful, opulent, or influential, can endure. At any time, such things may be vanquished. And who can vanquish them? The Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, one should conclusively understand that no one is greater than the Supreme Great. Since the Supreme Great demands Sarvadharman Pratyanja Mamekam Sharanam Vraja, every intelligent man must agree to this proposal. One must surrender unto the Lord to be saved from the wheel of repeated birth, death, old age, and disease. Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, what is being said here is that Srila Prabhupada is saying we have actual experience that even on this planet, there have been big people. So comparing to Hiranyakashipu, there have been big military commanders like Napoleon, Hitler, Subhash Chandra Bose, Gandhi, etc., who were very popular in their times, very influential. It seemed like, they were literally looked at like gods. But in due course of time, everything is finished. Their positions are taken away and they're even forgotten, isn't it? So this is Prahlad Maharaj's prayer. Prahlad Maharaj had the same experience by seeing his father. So Prahlad Maharaj did not give any importance to anything in this material world. His father was considering this material world. He wanted to be the ruler of the whole universe. And he thought that is the highest achievement. But Prahlad Maharaj's experience was something else. By seeing his father only, he learned something. So therefore, from his experience, he does not give any importance to anything in this material world, any position or wealth or any type of happiness in this material world. He does not give any importance. No one can maintain his body or material achievements forever. This is the point. You get something for some time, you may stay in that position for a short time. Or you may get some happiness, it will be there for a short time. But it is not possible to keep it forever. That's not possible. A Vaishnava can understand that nothing within this material world, not even that which is powerful, opulent, or influential, right? Being the number one, the richest person on earth, or, the most powerful nation in the world. um, Anything, whatever position it may be, or you may even become Lord Brahma. That is also limited only for 100 years of Brahma. No position is eternal. That is the point Prahlad Maharaj is making in this verse. At any time, such things may be vanquished. And who can vanquish them? The Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yes. Who is vanquishing them? This is his external energy under mayā prakriti. Under his supervision, this prakriti is functioning. How prakriti is functioning? Creating and then annihilating. So everything will be vanquished. Who can vanquish them? The Supreme Lord through his prakriti. Therefore, one should conclusively understand that no one is greater than the Supreme Great. He who is controlling even the power which is vanquishing all positions and all happiness. Ekam sharanam Okay. Yeah, I had lost my internet, but I think we are still live. Okay, yeah, so let's continue. So in the previous session, the context is like this. What we saw in the previous session was that Prahlad Maharaj said that whether children who have parents, they are protected by parents, or a medicine is curing a particular disease, or somebody is protected from drowning because of a boat or a ship. These things in and themselves are not actually sufficient to save a person unless there is your sanction, unless there is your will to protect a person. These things cannot do anything. Like this, Prahlad Maharaj had said. So in that line, he said later on that even these things that are protecting actually father, mother, the boat, and what's the other one? The medicine. These are also your form. How they are your form? Because they are also your external energy. Being your external energy, they are also your form. It's not separate from you. In other words, those who are helping me, they are not separate from you. You are only protecting me in this form. Then Lord Nrsimhadev said, oh, so if everything that is there, so Prahlad Maharaj's point was this whole material, they are also your form. Whatever we see, everything is your form. So that was Prahlad Maharaj said, Yasmin yato yarhiyena cha yasya yasmad yasmai yatha yaduta parah parova bhavah karoti vikaroti prithak svabhavah sanchoditastadakhilam bhavatah swarupam. Everything is your swarupam only. Yasmin yataha yarhi yena yasya yasmad yasmai yatha yad uta. Everything is actually bhavatah swarupam. It is all your swarupam. That means whatever has been created in the beginning or present, right? Everything is your form. The place in which one activity is being done, that place is also your form. The indirect cause for an activity, right? It is not direct cause, but the remote cause, that is also you. The time when a particular activity is done, that time is also you. The immediate cause, right? The immediate person who is helping, that is also your form. The reason for doing that activity, that reason is also your form. And for the person for whom it is being done, that is also your form. In fact, everything, whatever is produced, the result that is produced, that is also you. So ultimately, everything in this whole material universe is just your form only. This material world is also your form only. So when Prahlad Maharaj was glorifying Lord Nrsimhadev like that, then Lord Nrsimhadev said, okay, Prahlad, very nice. So you are saying this whole Jagat is my Shakti, so it is my form. So it is me only, right? So why don't you worship me, worship this material world, accept your father's property, accept this whole universe and you enjoy it? You worship that because it's my form, the way you worship my form. Now you accept this whole material world and you enjoy it, accepting it as my form. Then in the next verse, Prahlad Maharaj said, Maya manah srijati karma, karma mayam baliyaha, kale na chodita, kale na chodita gunanu matena pumsaha, Chando mayam yadajayarpita shodasaram samsara chakra majakoti taret tvadanyaha. Oh yes, my lord, this is all your form only. This material world is your form because it is your Bahiranga Shakti. But what type of effect this Bahiranga Shakti is having on me? What effect is this Bahiranga Shakti having on me? What is this Maya making me do? Maya is giving me my gross and subtle body. Subtle body, I have a mind. So, because of this Maya's subtle body, which is given to me, ahankara, I am thinking I am this body. I am getting so many desires, how to enjoy in this world. And in order to fulfill those desires, I am doing so many activities. And by doing those various activities, then I am getting a reaction. And to take that reaction, I have to take birth again and again. In this way, this Maya is keeping me in this samsara chakram. Again and again and again, I have to come back and take birth. So although this Maya is your form only, it is your form, but this Maya is acting differently on me. This Maya is keeping me in samsara chakra, away from you. It is making me stay away from you, being absorbed in material activities. But does Maya have the same effect on the Lord? No. You are, although it is your energy, it is your Bahiranga Shakti. This Maya is your Bahiranga Shakti. Because your form, you're different from this Maya also. In the previous verse, he said, this Maya is also your form. Now, Prahlad Maharaj is saying, your form is different from this Maya because your form is formed of another Shakti. It is not formed of this Maya Shakti, rather it is formed of your Swarupa Shakti. That is the point. Your form is made of your Swarupa Shakti, which is transcendental, and that Swarupa Shakti is with you all the time, or you are with your Swarupa Shakti all the time. So, and you have no attraction for this Maya. The way you have no attraction for this Maya, I also don't want to have any attraction for this Maya. The way you are not hankering after this Maya, I also don't want to hanker after this Maya. So then Prahlad Maharaj said, then what do you want, Prahlad? What is it that you want? So then he's saying, I want to be your servant. Please accept me at your lotus feet. We are being crushed in this samsara chakram. Nishpidya-pānām means we are being crushed in this wheel, samsara chakram. So I'm bowing down to you. We are all bowing down at your lotus feet. Please accept us. Take us closer to you as your servants. That's the point. So that was what was said in the previous verse. Now, in this current verse, what is being said is, what is the flow? So, dṛṣṭā mayā divi vibho. So, Prahlad Maharaj is saying in this verse that after this was said that my Lord, so he's continuing. Nrsimhadev didn't say anything. So Prahlad Maharaj said, my Lord, please give me shelter at your lotus feet. I want to be your servant. So in this verse 23, dṛṣṭā mayā divi vibho khila-dhiṣṇya-pānām āyuḥ śriyo vibhava icchati janoyam smat pituḥ kupita-hāsa-vijṛmbhita-bhrū visphūrjitena lulitāḥ satute nirastaḥ. So this is still in answer to what Prahlad Maharaj said, what Nrsimhadev said, that if this material energy is also my form, why don't you just accept your father's kingdom and enjoy it? That's what Nrsimhadev said. So in answer to that, first Prahlad Maharaj said, yes, this is your form, but it is acting differently on me. That was said in the previous verse. Further continuing in this verse, Prahlad Maharaj is saying, you're telling me to accept my father's post, right? You're telling me to accept my father's post, my Lord. Why should I take shelter of this Maya? which is your external energy. Huh? Why should I take shelter of anyone in this material world? Because no one is as great as you. You are the richest person in this whole universe. You understand? For example, Hiranyakashipu took shelter of Brahmaji. Took shelter means, yeah, he worshipped Brahmaji because he wanted that post. And ultimately, he thought he got the position, right, which nobody can get. So Prahlad Maharaj is saying, why I have to take shelter of this Maya? Because the Lord said, if Maya is also my form, just take shelter of my form in Maya form. That's also me, you're saying. So you just take shelter of that. So first of all, Prahlad Maharaj said, it is your energy, but it is not your form is not made of that energy. Your form is made of a different energy. Your form is different from Maya. Maya is your form, but your transcendental form, Satchidananda Vigraha, is different from Maya. It is not made by Maya. It is made of another energy, your internal energy. Besides, why I should take, so he said, you give me shelter at your lotus feet. Why I should take shelter of this Maya? From my experience, I have seen. That's what he's trying to say. Why I have to take shelter of Maya? And for that matter, in this whole material world is coming from Maya. In this whole material world, is there anyone who is fit of whom I can take shelter? Is there anyone fit to be taken shelter of? Is anyone as rich as you? Okay. So Nrsimhadev said, your father is rich, right? Your father's wealth, he has so much wealth. Just enjoy it. So Prahlad Maharaj is giving a strong argument to that. Nobody is richer than you in this whole universe. No one is richer than you in this whole universe. You are the richest person. In not just this universe, in all the Brahmandas. I cannot find, I'm not able to see any one person, any one wealthy man who is as wealthy as you, who is as rich as you. I cannot see anyone who is the richest. I see that you are the richest of all. So I can take shelter of you. Shelter for what? To come out of this samsara chakra. So when you are in difficulty, what do? You go to some person who is capable of helping you in that difficult situation. Someone who is very powerful, right? Someone who is very powerful, who has the potential to actually help you out of that difficult situation. You take shelter of that person. Prahlad Maharaj's point is there's nobody as rich, as powerful, as potent as you. Right? So therefore, who should I go to take shelter? To come out of this samsara chakra. Nobody is rich like you. Is there anyone like you, my Lord? Tell me, my Lord. Who is there? Is there anyone as rich as you? So, Prahlad Maharaj is not simply making a statement that, my dear Lord Nrsimhadev, you are the richest person. He's actually proving it logically now. In this verse we are seeing, what we are seeing in text 23 is, Prahlad Maharaj is logically proving how Lord Nrsimhadev is the most qualified, he is the richest person of whom one should take shelter. He's establishing it very systematically. He's saying, you see, my Lord, all these demigods who are standing. So before Prahlad Maharaj came, all the demigods had come to offer prayers, isn't it? They were all standing there. So he's saying all these demigods, they are holding different departments. They are in charge of various departments in this whole universe. They are the Lokapalas, means they are rulers of various planets. So these demigods are practically controlling this entire material universe, ruling this whole universe. They are the administrators of this whole universe. How much power they have? right? Controlling the whole universe. Imagine how much power they have. Still, although they are so powerful, I have seen their capacity. I have seen their power. I have seen what is the value of their power, what kind of strength they have, and what kind of wealth they have. And with that strength and wealth, what kind of protection they can give. I have seen it very nicely. You know, my father, he had all these demigods in his control. These powerful demigods who are rulers of the whole universe, simply if my father raised one eyebrow, they would tremble in fear. If they could feel like he's a little bit angry, right? He's slightly angry. If he looked at them, with some anger, slight anger, immediately they would be trembling out of fear. Great demigods like Indra, Chandra, Varuna, they're all like trembling in fear. That was the power of Hiranyakashipu. So therefore, these demigods, you're telling me to take the position? In spite of having such high power, they became completely helpless in front of my father Hiranyakashipu. So now you tell me, should I take shelter of such demigods? Should I take which great person is here of whom I can take shelter? And these demigods, they were always bowing down. They're simply bowing down in front of my father. And what kind of Hiranyakashipu? That Hiranyakashipu who was able to control all these demigods, making them tremble in fear. How did you kill that Hiranyakashipu? Very easily, right? Simply with your tips of your nails, you finished him. Like a play. You just tore his stomach with your nails, just like a play. The way Garuda tears away a snake, very simply, very easily. A snake can be torn away by Garuda very, very easily. An eagle, why Garuda? Even an eagle can capture a snake. Like that, my Lord, you tore up the stomach of my father. So you tell me, who is powerful? Is there anyone more powerful? In this universe, the most powerful, we think, are the demigods, isn't it? They are up to Lord Brahmā, Lord Shiva, all demigods were assembled there. And these demigods, great demigods like Indra, Chandra were trembling in fear of Hiranyakashipu. That most powerful Hiranyakashipu was just killed like a toy, like a serpent killed by an eagle. What is the value of this material power? Right? You're telling me to accept the material power and enjoy. What is the value? You have unlimited powers than anyone. In this whole assembly, Lord Brahmā is there, Rudra is there, everyone is present. But all these people were completely fearful in front of Hiranyakashipu. And that Hiranyakashipu reached the abode of death because of you. Playfully, you just killed him and sent him to the abode of death. So that's why, my Lord, I'm saying no one is superior to you. There is no one fit of whom anyone can take shelter. I want to take shelter at your lotus feet. Whatever Prahlad Maharaj said before, same thing he says again and again. You will see in his prayers, he's not changing his position. He's always asking for the same thing. Make me your dasa bhakta. Make me your servant. I just want to be your servant. He's coming to the same point. So, not once will he become shaken from his determination to be a servant of the Lord. This is called ananya bhakti. however material energy may give us so many temptations, so many fearful situations, but under all circumstances, fearful situations we have already seen. All the various fearful situations that, what do you say, Hiranyakashipu had put Prahlad Maharaj through, we have seen. But in all those circumstances, he never wavered from his determination. And now he's being offered temptations. You become the king of all the three worlds. And you enjoy. In various ways, Nrsimhadev is playfully testing Prahlad Maharaj. And he is passing all those tests, right? And he's saying, no, I want to be only your servant. So this tells us, through Prahlad Maharaj's prayers, we are seeing what is the consciousness of a pure devotee. So now the Lord is saying, okay, Prahlad, so as Prahlad Maharaj is speaking, each verse he is speaking, Nrsimhadev is becoming so pleased by Prahlad Maharaj's devotion, by his determination to be only a devotee, and hearing his words, the Lord is becoming more and more pleased. And then the Lord is also further asking. So the Lord is saying, okay, Prahlad, I'm so powerful. Okay, very good. So you're saying I'm the most powerful person, I'm the richest person. So what is the use of my richness? You're saying I'm the richest person. What do you want from me then? If I'm the richest person, how is that going to help you in any way? What do you mean by I'm the richest person? What next? If I'm the richest person, then what? What do you want? That's the point. The Lord is asking, if I'm the richest person, okay, that's fine. I'm the richest person. You have proved it. So then, so what? If I'm the richest person, what do you want from me if I'm the richest person? Right? You want my wealth or something? What do you want if I'm the richest person? So then, in answer to that, Prahlad Maharaj is saying, my Lord, since you are the richest person, now he'll say the next verse. Let's see what's the next verse. So, if you would like to see the word-to-word translation of this previous verse, dṛṣṭā mayā divi vibho khila-dhiṣṇya-pānām. Dṛṣṭā, I have seen Maya. By me, it has been seen, like practically I have seen divi. Divi means the higher planetary systems, Swarga. Divi vibho akhila-dhiṣṇya-pānām. Akhila-dhiṣṇya-pānām means all these demigods who are the rulers of all these higher heavenly planets. I have practically seen what is their richness, what is their greatness. I have seen. Dṛṣṭā mayā divi vibho. Vibho means, oh great Lord. Akhila-dhiṣṇya-pānām, all these controllers of the heavenly planets. āyuḥ śriyo vibhava icchati jano. So āyuḥ means age, their lifespan, long life. Śriyaṁ means opulences, right? Śriyaṁ, then vibhava icchati jano. So, and whatever you desire, right? Whether you desire a long life, you desire opulences, all these things, these demigods have, and they also give, right? People in general want to be elevated to higher planetary systems for long duration of life, opulence and enjoyment. But I have seen all of these through the activities of my father. Yes. So people are desiring to get these things. āyuḥ, śriya, vibhava, icchati. They are desiring these things. In general, people in general, they desire these things. Ye smat pituḥ kupita-hāsa-vijṛmbhita-bhrū visphūrjitena lulitāḥ satute nirastaḥ. So, ye asmat pituḥ. That means whatever people are desiring, this āyuḥ, śriya, vibhava, whatever people in general are desiring, long life, opulence, all these things my father had, I have seen. Right? All of these things, my father, ye asmat pituḥ, he had all these opulences. And what else did he have? The power, so much power that kupita, out of anger, hasa, right? Sometimes out of anger, you give like a sarcastic laugh, like that. Actually, you're very angry, but you're giving that, out of anger, you smile sarcastically. So when he would do that, vijṛmbhita-bhrū, or when he would just raise his eyebrow, then what was the effect? Visphūrjitena lulitāḥ satute nirastaḥ. Visphūrjitena. Just simply by that look, right? When he just raised his eyebrow, or he just gave a sarcastic smile out of anger. So lulitāḥ. So all these people would become these demigods. khila-dhiṣṇya-pānām, all these demigods, simply by this raising of eyebrow of my father, all these demigods, they would immediately become so fearful, right? They would become so fearful, completely vanquished, like that. So you don't try to, Prahlad Maharaj's point is, you don't try to, what do you say, enamor or, means you're telling me you enjoy this material wealth and this prosperity of my father. I know the value of this. I have seen it very nicely. These demigods who have these powerful positions, who are controlling the universe, they have all these things which people are aspiring for, long life, wealth, etc. They have. In spite of having all that, when my father would raise his eyebrow slightly, their power and all that didn't help them. They had to literally fall down, right? They would tremble in fear in front of my father. So what is the value of all this material opulence? That's one thing. Second thing is, that means even such great materially powerful personalities, they can be brought down to this position. So what is the value of this material position, happiness, and, material objects, positions, posts? What's the value? Second thing, my father had all this. He controlled even the demigods. And what was his end? Everyone has seen. That now he's showing how you are so great. What is the value of material position? We have seen. In spite of having such power, one falls down like this. But you are the greatest, he's saying. How he is the greatest? Somebody who was controlling all these demigods was easily killed by you. So who is great here? You may say Hiranyakashipu is great because he controlled all the demigods. But that Hiranyakashipu is killed by you. Who is greater than you? So logically, Prahlad Maharaj proved that, my Lord, you are the greatest. So that was what was established here. So at the end of this, after saying this, now Nrsimhadev is saying that, okay, so you prove that I am the greatest. So if I am the greatest, then what? So what? What do you want if I'm the greatest? So for that, the next verse is being said. Let's read the next verse. tasmād amūs tanu-bhṛtām aham āśiṣo āyuḥ śriyaṁ vibhava avirinchād necchāmite vilulitān uruvikrameṇa kālātmanōpanayamām nija-bhṛtya-pārśvam. That's what he wants. Make me your servant, your own servant. That's all. So what do you want? What do you want? The Lord was asking. So Prahlad Maharaj is saying, tasmād, therefore, amūs tanu-bhṛtām aham āśiṣo. Amūs, right? That means all those opulences, right? Which people are aspiring after. people want long life, they want material opulences, they want beauty, right? High birth, so on and so forth. So what people are aspiring for, all those opulences, I know the value of those things. They're not going to last. Now, in this verse, what Prahlad Maharaj is saying is,
Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Not able to hear your voice. Hare Krishna.
I think our internet is weak, as you said earlier.
just keep it ready in case. Sorry, the internet got disconnected again, but let's continue. So, tasmād amūs tanu-bhṛtām aham āśiṣo āyuḥ vibhava avirinchāt. So long life, śriyaṁ, vibhavam, all these opulences and wealth, long life, all these things. And also, aindriyam. Aindriyam means it's meant for the senses, indriyas, right? So all these are meant for sense gratification. Na ichchami. I don't desire these things. I don't desire all these things. Because I know, I know very well that the results of these things, whatever we get, all these opulences, they don't last permanently. They're just there for some time. So I don't have any desire for them. Te vilulitān uruvikramena. They're subject to be finished. Vilulitān means they're temporary. They're going to be finished. They're not going to last. But what about you? Uru vikramena kalatmano panaya mam nija-bhṛtya-pārśvam. So, my dear Lord, now I have complete experience concerning the worldly opulence, mystic power, longevity, and other material pleasures enjoyed by all living entities, from Lord Brahmā down to the ant. As powerful time, you destroy them all. So who is destroying all these things? We are saying this material opulence is temporary. That means material opulence lasts only for some time. Who is destroying them? You are destroying everything in the form of your time, Kala Shakti. This material creation starts when the Lord glances on Prakriti, material creation starts. So when he's glancing, at that time Kala Shakti enters into Prakriti. So that is the beginning of time. And finally, that Kala Shakti only annihilates everything and then goes back into the Lord at the time of annihilation. So that Kala Shakti is your energy. It's your form. Kala Shakti is your energy. So you are destroying everything. So who should I take shelter of? Right? From my experience, I do not wish to possess all these opulences, mystic powers, long life, because they are all temporary after all. My dear Lord, I request you to place me in touch with your pure devotee and let me serve him as a sincere servant. Now he's saying one more thing. He's not saying, please give me shelter at your lotus feet. He's saying one, nija-bhṛtya-pārśvam. Pārśvam, Parshada means associate, right? Pārśvam means keep me in the association of who? Nija-bhṛtya, your servant. Keep me in the association of your servant. Make me a servant of your servant. Prahlad Maharaj is praying in this verse. So now we can read the translation and purport. So, tasmād amūs tanu-bhṛtām aham āśiṣo āyuḥ śriyaṁ vibhavam aindriyam avirinchyaat. What is virinchyaat? Virinchi means Lord Brahma. Avirinchyaat means Brahma se leke chote ant tak. From Brahma to, the most insignificant species. Everybody, whatever opulence they have, I know very well, I have seen that all this is temporary, it is not going to last. Therefore, nechamite vilulitān, I don't desire that which is going to be finished. Uru vikramena, by your powerful kala, atmano panaya. That means all this is going to be destroyed by your powerful kala shakti. Your kala atmana means your kala shakti, right? You are the master of that time factor. So therefore, what is my request then? Upanaya mam, please take me close to you. Close to you means please bring me, right? Bring me to the association of your servant, like that. All right. So does anyone want to read the translation and purport? Just raise your hand. Yes, Priyanka Haripriya Mataji, you can read the translation.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. My dear Lord, now I have complete experience concerning the worldly opulence, mystic power, longevity, and other material pleasures enjoyed by all living entities, from Lord Brahmā down to the ant. As powerful time, you destroy them all. Therefore, because of my experience, I do not wish to possess them. My dear Lord, I request you to place me in touch with your pure devotee and let me serve him as a sincere servant.
Yeah. So, my dear Lord, now I have complete experience concerning the worldly opulence, mystic power, longevity, and other material pleasures enjoyed by all living entities. From Lord Brahma down to the ant, I have seen, right? I have experienced what is the value of all those things I have understood. As powerful time, you destroy them all. So, this time is your energy. As time, you are destroying all that material opulence. Therefore, because of my experience, I do not wish to possess all these opulences. I do not wish to possess them. My dear Lord, I request you to place me in touch with your pure devotee and let me serve him as a sincere servant. So this time Prahlad Maharaj is saying, nija-bhṛtya-pārśvam means make me a servant of your servant. Keep me in the association of your devotee. Like that. My dear Lord, I request you to place me in touch with your pure devotee and let me serve him as a sincere servant. So maybe there's 3 paragraphs, 3 people can read one after another. If you would like to read, anybody wants to read, just raise your hand. Meenakshi Mataji, you want to read?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Pranam.
Pranam Mataji.
Yes, ma'am. But by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. By studying Srimad Bhagavatam, every intelligent man can get experience like that of Prahlad Maharaja through the historical incidents mentioned in this great literature of spiritual knowledge. By following in the footsteps of Prahlad Maharaja, one should gain thorough experience that all material opulence is perishable at every moment. Even this body, for which we try to acquire so many sensual pleasures, may perish at any time. The soul, however, is eternal. Na hanyate hanyamane sarire. The soul is never vanquished, even when the body is destroyed. An intelligent man, therefore, should care for the happiness of the spirit soul, not of the body. Even if one receives a body with a long duration of life, like those of Lord Brahmā and the other great demigods, it will also be destroyed, and therefore an intelligent man should be concerned with the imperishable spirit soul. Thank you, Maharaja.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. So by studying Srimad Bhagavatam, everyone will get the same experience as Prahlad Maharaj. So if we are actually hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, serving Srimad Bhagavatam attentively, that is why, see, for us to become pure devotees, we need dṛṣṭā. Dṛṣṭā, firm faith in bhakti. Firm, that means this confidence we will get in the Supreme Lord. My Lord can protect me. My Lord has that capacity to protect me. And this bhakti is so powerful. I don't need to do any other jobs, or, I don't have to, depend on my, my government or my family or my bank balance. This is going to protect me. I will lose dependence on all these other things. And I will get full dependence on the Supreme Lord like Prahlad Maharaj has. Like the way Prahlad Maharaj is having full confidence, I simply want to be a servant. He has no dependence on the wealth, on the position, right? On the powers. He has full faith only in the Supreme Lord. This is dṛṣṭā. This type of dṛṣṭā, Srila Prabhupada is saying, you can get by studying Srimad Bhagavatam. Why? Because Srimad Bhagavatam is filled with pastimes of great devotees like Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, Gajendra, so many prayers, Kunti Maharani, Bhishma Dev, all pure devotees' prayers. And also the pastime, how the Lord is personally coming to protect his pure devotees. Time and again we see, in every pastime we are seeing, the Lord appears to protect his devotee. So when we hear Srimad Bhagavatam attentively like this all the time, and Bhagavad Gita also, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is assuring directly his statement. Now Prahlad Maharaj is saying, my dear Lord Nrsimhadev, who is greater than you? You are the richest, you are the greatest person. That person, the greatest person, if he gives you assurance, how confident you will become. Try to understand. Some ordinary person who has no power, he can say, I will protect you from all danger. You may not have that faith. But when the most powerful, the topmost person is saying, I will give you full protection, don't worry. So much confidence will come, isn't it? So for us to develop that confidence in the Supreme Lord, in bhakti, we need to hear Bhagavatam again and again and again. Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. And you should hear from whom? You should not hear from those who are like professional reciters or those who don't have that faith. They're simply, because really, when you hear from a person, Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, that person will only tell you, he will be able to understand, even though Bhagavad Gita is saying, surrender to Krishna. But the person who is studying it and understanding it, if that person is in the mode of passion and ignorance, he will not be able to accept the message as it is. The Lord is saying, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Very clearly he is saying. But then you read so many versions of Bhagavad Gita, they give so many other explanations. Isn't it? Different versions for the same verse. No. He doesn't mean surrender means they try to reduce it. In other Bhagavad Gitas and even in the case of devotees also sometimes. Surrender does not mean full surrender. Where does it say surrender does not mean full surrender? You understand? So when we hear from persons who don't have that faith that I should surrender, then same effect will be there on us also. When you hear from someone who has that faith, then you also get faith. Oh, Krishna will protect me. I should fully surrender to Krishna, like Prahlad Maharaj is saying. Right? So when you hear the prayers of these great devotees who have such faith, the Mahajans, when you hear their prayers, you enter into their consciousness, you will also become, you will develop that faith. Why I have to depend on anyone else? The Supreme Lord is assuring me, let me take full shelter. Like that. So that is why Srila Prabhupada is saying that anyone who hears Srimad Bhagavatam regularly, he will also get the same realization as Prahlad Maharaj. Why I should go after these temporary material post and position and wealth and happiness in this world? This is temporary. In time, everything is going to be finished. Even with our practical experience also, we can see great kings, and even within our lifetimes also. We've seen some people come into power. It seemed like they were ruling and they were conquering, and they were so influential, and now they are nobody. Some people are still living, but nobody even asks for them. And some people are dead and gone. People forgot their names also. So this intelligence, how you will get? You will get this understanding. Of course, it's not one thing. It's not that anyone who's simply in the mode of goodness will immediately understand. It's not like that. You need the mode of goodness, but also you need the mercy. You need the mercy of the Vaishnavas. So from our side, what we can do, and this you have to hear from pure devotees. You have to hear from pure devotees who have that faith. When you hear from pure devotees, then you will also develop that type of Shraddha, that type of faith you will get, like Prahlad Maharaj. And just hear these prayers Srila Prabhupada has given in his purports. You read again and again and again, hear the lectures. And also physically, we need to hear, because see, when we get doubts in our hearts, who will answer those doubts? You need physical also. You need a guru, physical guru, who will actually see what is your consciousness, whether you are in the mode of passion or ignorance, how you are understanding, are you understanding properly or wrongly, and he will correct you. So we need, physically, we need spiritual masters. You have Shravana gurus, and you have also Bhajan Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru, like that. You have different gurus. But physical is essential. You need. So when you get some doubts, those doubts can be removed, because these doubts are not allowing us to form firm faith. We have some questions, some doubts in our heart. So they're not allowing us to form firm faith. So here Srila Prabhupada is saying that by reading Srimad Bhagavatam, an intelligent person can get the same experience as Prahlad Maharaj, right? He can see that what is the value of all these, sensual pleasures. They'll be perished at any time. They'll be gone. Nothing is going to stay in this world, right? Whereas the soul is eternal. Na hanyate hanyamane sharire. And not only that, the soul is eternal. The soul's constitutional position is to be a servant of the Supreme Lord, right? So we should endeavor for that. Use our resources, our energy to come back to our constitutional position. The time that we have time. Whatever time we have, it is limited in this body. Use this time for, see, if you are an intelligent person, if you had $100, you will invest it in the best possible way so that you'll get better returns, isn't it? A foolish person will just spend it and enjoy it. That's like a ass, actually. Use it all for sense enjoyment and finish it, and then you become a beggar. An intelligent person, he will try to invest it in such a way that it will multiply. He'll get more. So what we have is, we have our time. What is the best use of our time in this human form of life? Should we use this time to earn more wealth in this world? To make more friends and build our empire? Should we work on that? To make a nice place in this world where me and my family and my descendants will live comfortably? Is that an intelligent way of expending your time? No. You use this time to come closer to your original position. What is your original position? To be engaged in the devotional service of the Supreme Lord. That is the position of the living entity, to be engaged in the service of the Supreme Lord. So our time should be used for that, not for acquiring some material post, material wealth, material happiness and sense gratification. Why? Because all these things are going to be finished. They won't stay. And meanwhile, your time is also passing by. And then soon we'll leave this body. And what will happen in the next, we don't know. What type of body we are going to get, we don't know. So therefore, we should use this time wisely. How we will get this intelligence? by reading Srimad Bhagavatam, by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, and also in the association of devotees who have that type of faith. You should hear from those devotees who have that type of faith. So Srimad Bhagavatam is filled with prayers of great devotees like Prahlad Maharaj, Kunti Maharani. If you simply meditate on those prayers, you will get that type of faith. So to simply acquire pleasures for the body is not intelligence. Rather, you should, if you are an intelligent person, you should be concerned about the spirit soul more than this body. Next paragraph. Kavita Mataji. Go ahead, Mataji.
हरे कृष्णा सभी को सादर प्रणाम श्री प्रभुपाद की जय श्री प्रभुपाद द्वारा टू सेव वन सेल्फ one must take shelter of a pure devotee. Narottam Das Thakur therefore says Chadya Vaishnava Seva Nistra Paiche Kobe. If one wants to save himself from material nature's onslaughts which arise because of the material body, one must become Krishna conscious and try to fully understand Krishna. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita, Janma Karma Chame Divyam Evam Yo Veti Tattvata. One should understand Krishna in truth, and this one can be only by serving a pure devotee. Thus, Prahlad Maharaj praised that Lord Narasimha placed him in touch with a pure devotee and servant instead of awarding him material opulence. Every intelligent man within this material world must follow. Prahlad Maharaj, Mahajano yene gatasha pantaha. Prahlad Maharaj did not want to enjoy the state left by his father. Rather, he wanted to become a servant of the Lord. The illusory human civilization that perpetually endeavors for happiness through material advancement is rejected by Prahlad Maharaj and those who strictly follows in his footsteps.
Yes,
There are
that. Thank you.
sorry, ma'am. Sorry for
no problem. So, okay, we should not be interested. An intelligent man should not be interested in material pleasures because they're temporary. They're going to be finished. He should only be interested in the eternal result, which is bhakti, and that is his constitutional position. And you'll get this intelligence. One point was said by anyone who's studying Srimad Bhagavatam is said. But is it sufficient that you just take the book yourself and by that you can become a pure devotee? No. That's why Narottam Das Thakur is saying, Chadiya Vaishnava Seva Nistara Payeche Keba. Is there any instance in the entire history that without getting the opportunity to serve a Vaishnava, without getting the mercy of a Vaishnava, that any person has become delivered? Any person got love of Godhead without serving a Vaishnava? Did it ever happen? No. It never happened, nor will it ever happen. It is impossible. Because bhakti only comes by the mercy of a Vaishnava. Bhakti doesn't come directly from the Supreme Lord. The Lord gives mercy when his devotee gives mercy first. So therefore, Chadiya Vaishnava Seva Nistara Peche Keba. To save oneself, one must take shelter of a pure devotee. That is why we see Prahlad Maharaj is saying, what is Prahlad Maharaj saying here? The last line. Upanayamam nija-bhṛtya-pārśvam. Make me a servant of your servant. Please give me the association of your servant. He's saying that Lord Narasimhadev place him in touch with a pure devotee and servant instead of awarding him material opulence. Nrsimhadev is saying, you take the kingdom of your father and you enjoy. And Prahlad Maharaj is saying, no, I don't want, right? Don't give me this material opulence. Instead, put me in the association of your servant. Make me a servant of your pure devotee. This is Prahlad Maharaj's realization. Who is Prahlad Maharaj? Prahlad Maharaj is a Mahajan. He's an authority in bhakti. And what is his wisdom? What is his realization? To get the association of a pure devotee is the highest thing that we can get. To be in the association, to become a servant of a pure devotee of the Lord, that is the highest position, that highest post, highest position that we can get. So every intelligent man within this material world should follow Prahlad Maharaj. Why? Prahlad Maharaj himself is a Mahajan. He is an authority in bhakti. Right? He didn't want any estate left by his father. Rather, he wanted to be a servant. Why servant? A servant of the servant of the servant. He wanted to be a servant of the Lord. This is an intelligent person who is actually aspiring for this. We should make this our goal in life. Somehow or other, make me a servant of your servant, my Lord. Give me that servitorship. To be a servant is the natural position for the living entity, but artificially, because of the influence of Maya, now we think that the more we become a master, then the more we are in a advantageous position. We are making advancement, isn't it? Now I have 4 people under me. Tomorrow I will have 4 such groups under me. The higher and higher and higher in corporate, right? When you become the CEO, you think you're the most advanced person. Or you can control a whole country, you become the president, this is the most advanced person. That's not enough. Then you become, Lord Indra, right? Controlling the universe, you become Lord Brahmā. Hiranyakashipu got that. This is material mentality. The higher and higher and higher I will go. The more this person is earning this much, I will earn more than that, right? I will be the master of so many billions of dollars. Then I'm successful person. That is not the calculation of success of a pure devotee, of a Mahajan like Prahlad Maharaj. The more I become a servant of the 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 Supreme Lord, the more I am successful. This is the calculation of a pure devotee. Whereas a materialist's calculation is, the more I become master of the master of the master of the master, I am considered to be successful. That is why we need to come out of this mode of passion. Because when we are working for such people, when we are working under masters whose goal is to become master of the master of the master, and they are expecting us also to work like them, they expect us to work like them, they give us such goals, and they push us to work for this. That means they're keeping us in the mode of passion. More wealth means more success. This is the standard of success. So then, while working for such people, and our consciousness is always kept in that mode of passion, now if we are trying to become a devotee, whereas a devotee's consciousness, we are seeing Prahlad Maharaj's consciousness is, I have to become a servant of the servant of the servant. They don't match together. They don't match together. So, yes, when we don't have full faith, then we have to do work. No doubt, we have to do work. So we have to do work to maintain this body, and simultaneously we have to practice Krishna consciousness, chanting, worshipping, right? Devotional service we are doing. This is called karma arpanam. That means you're doing karma and you're offering that karma to the Lord for the pleasure of the Lord. That is good. But the karma, if I'm doing in the mode of passion, it is reacting with my bhakti. You're seeing how it is happening now? Prahlad Maharaj is saying that I want to be a servant of the servant of the servant. Anyone who's aspiring to be a pure devotee, his mindset will be like this. In today's world, if you say, I want to be a servant of the servant of the servant, they will think he has some problem with depression. Why? He doesn't have any confidence. You should aspire to be higher and higher. Master of the master of the master. You should set your goals. I should always be number 1. I should be higher than everyone else. I should defeat everyone else. This is material competition. How both will work together? Therefore, it is essential to simplify our work. Work in the mode of goodness. Dharma should be performed as per Shastra. Even for earning our livelihood, that work should be done in the mode of goodness. Whether we work as a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra or Stri Dharma, the work must be done according to Shastra, not against Shastra. It is a myth to think that on one hand I will also be making progress materially, and on the other hand also in this lifetime by chanting 16 rounds I'm going back to Godhead. If that were the case, why Srila Prabhupada even took all that trouble in those early years, 1969, Srila Prabhupada started the New Vrindavan farm community. Why? What was the need? He could have said, everyone simply work wherever you are in your offices and just chant 16 rounds. Why he took the trouble? All over the world, you will see. He started farm communities everywhere. If it were not important, why he did that? And now we just pushed it all aside. And we are saying, no, it's fine. We have to earn our livelihood. And for livelihood, we will go to people who have no interest in devotional service. They don't want to hear about God, but still we go and bow down before them. You are our master, please. We have to flatter them. We have to go and serve them. That's why we need our communities where we can live as devotees. We can live the lifestyle that the Lord has shown us. Why we don't have confidence? See the confidence of Prahlad Maharaj, how much confidence he has. Why we cannot have that confidence? If we lived the lifestyle that the Lord, Chaturvarnyam mayā srishtam guna karma vibhagasha, where are the Chaturvarnyam now? We don't even want to hear about Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. That is not practical for Kali Yuga. So then we should say Bhagavad Gita is also not practical for Kali Yuga. We cannot say that. The Lord's statements are eternal. Unless we go back to our roots, we have to turn around. It doesn't matter how long, how far down we go in the wrong direction. You have to turn around and get back to the right path. Otherwise, you're not going to reach your destination. We all drive in the US and other countries also. We drive, right? So let's say you got lost. You lost the directions and you took the wrong exit and you started going in another direction. You have to turn around and get back to the right path. You have to get back to that path only. Not that from that path automatically I'll just get to the destination. You have to get back to this path. Somehow or other, you have to reconnect. Come back. So similarly, this is the path. Daiva Varnashram Dharma is the only way. There's no other way. Actually, there's no other way. Because in Daiva Varnashram Dharma, the goal is Shuddha Bhakti. And for that, lifestyle is simplified. And we are living in the association of devotees all the time. Living in the association of devotees all the time, we are reminded of our goal. We are hearing Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam all the time, worshipping the Lord. And our work is also simplified. So this is helping hand in hand with Krishna consciousness. Then we can make progress very soon. And that's how Srila Prabhupada trained us also. If you look at the history of ISKCON, he started farm communities. Even the last video of Srila Prabhupada, recorded video of Srila Prabhupada is saying, we must come to the mode of goodness. If we remain in the modes of passion and ignorance, we are not able to make progress. We have to come to the mode of goodness. And if we work for people whose goals are simply material progress, we will also be forced to remain in the modes of passion and ignorance. Okay, last paragraph. Let us read that and then I will end today. So the point is we need association here. The second paragraph is saying that you need the association of a pure devotee. Right? You need the association of a pure devotee. And that here Prahlad Maharaj, what is his realization? He's saying, give me the association of your servant, my Lord. Right? He did not want to enjoy the estate left by his father. Rather, he wanted to become a servant of the Lord. The illusory human civilization that perpetually endeavors for happiness through material advancement is rejected by Prahlad Maharaj and those who strictly follow in his footsteps. Next, last paragraph. Who wants to read? Priya Mataji, you want to read? Not able to read.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
There are different types of material opulences known technically as bhukti, mukti, and siddhi. Bhakti Namataji.
Bhukti.
Bhukti refers to being situated in a very good position, like a position with the demigods in the higher planetary system, where one can enjoy material sense of gratification to the greatest extent. Mukti refers to being discussed with material advancement and thus desiring to become one with the Supreme. Siddhi refers to executing a severe type of meditation, like that of the yogis, to attain 8 kinds of perfection: ana-
Anima.
anima, lagima, mahima, etc. All who desire some material advancement through bhukti, mukti, or siddhi are are punishable in due course of time, and they return to material activities. But Lord Maharaj rejected them all. He simply wanted to engage as an apprentice under the guidance of a pure devotee. Hare Krishna. Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. So there are different types of material opulence, right? Bhukti, mukti, siddhi. We may think that sense gratification, getting wealth, and going for a higher post, that itself is material sense gratification. No, even someone who's wanting liberation, that is also another form of opulence only. That means somebody is going after, someone is thinking that material things are so tasty, I want them. So he's hankering for them. That's called a karmi. Karmi. Karmi wants material sense gratification. Then there is mumukshu. Mumukshu means he sees this material world is temporary. So now I want to get out of this. I don't want to come back again. That means he's disgusted. Even after working so hard for material pleasure, you have to work so hard. We know how hard you have to work just to, every day, so many hours you have to put so that you'll get your paycheck, and with which you can, pay your bills and, survive in this world. So after working so hard, you get it and it is finished so soon. It's not going to last. So mumukshu is that person who sees that these material pleasures, they don't last, they're temporary, and they give us so much pain. I don't want. That is bhukti, mukti, siddhi kami. So bhukti kami, someone who wants sense enjoyment, karmi. Mukti kami means who wants liberation, because he sees this world is temporary and it's miserable. And even whatever pleasure there is, it is only, tatkalika. It's temporary and it is kshanika. Right? It's just there for a moment and it is finished. It's like a drop of water in the desert. What does it do? It doesn't satisfy the heart. It doesn't quench your thirst. Like that, this material pleasure is like a drop of water in the desert. So he says, what is the value of this? Give it up altogether. So that is muktikami. He wants liberation. He wants eternal pleasure in Vaikunta. He doesn't want any temporary pleasure. He wants eternal pleasure in Vaikunta, or he wants to just go and merge into Brahman. One of the two. Mukti he wants. 5 types of mukti are there. Sayujya, samipya, sarupya, salokya, sarshti. Sayujya means going and merging. And the remaining 4 are getting the same form as the Lord, same opulence as the Lord, on the same planet as the Lord, like that. And being in the close proximity of the Lord. So somebody who wants these types of mukti, so that is also not the highest actually. Wanting mukti is not the highest. So someone is bhukti kami, someone is mukti kami, and another one is siddhi. Siddhi means anima, lagima, prapti. Become, you can read another person's mind, you can disappear, right? So they are all in higher material world only. Siddhis are also within the material world only. So people, so by following different methods, they get different opulences. By following karma, he will get bhukti. By following jnana, he can get mukti. Ashtanga yoga also can give you mukti. And then there is siddhis. By doing Ashtanga yoga, you get siddhi. So these are the different types of material opulences that people seek. So Prabhupada is explaining. Bhukti means nice position in this material world, becoming a demigod also in higher planets, or in this world you want a nice job, high post, like that. All material sense gratification. Mukti means being disgusted and then you want to go and merge into the Lord. Siddhi means you get different types of siddhis by following Ashtanga Yoga. So all who desire some material advancement through bhukti, mukti or siddhi are punishable in due course of time. And they return to material activities. So of course, mukti, after you get mukti, ultimately when you actually go and merge into the Lord, or when you go into Vaikuntha planet, then you get it, like there's no coming back, that is there. But all who desire, so when you're desiring this, so you're punishable, right? It's not easy. The path is not easy. It's very, very severe. In due course of time, they're punishable. They return to material activities. Even someone who's aspiring, it is said about the mukti kamis, the mumukshus, even after reaching to the stage of Jivan Mukta means he's practically liberated, he's still in this body. From that stage also, if he commits an offense to the Supreme Lord, it's possible. It's possible. For example, once Rath Yatra, this is said in Vishnu Dharmottara, I think. Once one mumukshu like this, who's liberated, Jivan Mukta, he's going in a Rath Yatra. So the Lord's Rath Yatra was going on and he passed by. He didn't bow down. He didn't go with the Rath. So this is etiquette. This is required, that when the Lord's procession is going on, the Lord is going on his Shobha Yatra, you should walk with the Lord for some time. With the Rath, you should go for some time. You should walk. And you should bow down and you should walk with the Lord. So this person didn't show anything. He just walked away. That was taken as an offense. He fell down from that position. This is what it means. That even after getting mukti, still he'll come back to material world. That risk is there. Knowingly, unknowingly, it doesn't matter. Offense is offense. Similarly, coming to the position of Jivan Mukta, if you commit an offense to a devotee of the Lord, knowingly, unknowingly, it doesn't matter. Knowingly, why they will do? Knowingly, they won't do. Unknowingly, after Jivan Mukta. But unknowingly also it can happen. But that means from that high position, once again, you come back to material position. Material position means, once again, you become like a karmi, going after material pleasures. So therefore, seeking after bhukti, mukti and siddhis is not intelligence. First of all, it is so difficult, you are punishable. Kleshodikataras tesham avyaktasakta chetasam. It is filled with kleshas, very, very severe, very painful. So anyone who takes to that path is punishable like that. And also, there's always the risk, even up to the final point, there's the risk of falling down. Like that, we can understand. Okay. So with that, we can end today's session. So Prahlad Maharaj rejected them all. He simply wanted to engage as an apprentice, as a servant of the Supreme Lord. So tomorrow we'll begin text 25. Does anyone have any questions? Yes, Priya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
No, thank you for such a nice class. Actually, no question. I just wanted to inform you that I got initiated 3 days back, and now my name is Her Grace Parashakti Devi Dasi, with all your blessings.
Parashakti Mataji, congratulations. You should change your name also on your, your Zoom name. So we will see. So Mataji got, who's your spiritual master, Mataji?
His Holiness Bhakti-Ashraya Vaishnava. Under His Holiness.
You went in mute, Mataji.
His Holiness Bhakti-Ashraya Vaishnava Swami Maharaj.
Yes, very nice. Thank you. Congratulations, Mataji. My best
Thank
wishes to you for your progress.
Thank you, Mataji.
Spiritually.
And Mataji, any tips you can give me how to, do sadhana after any session? What is different, and just in short, in case you have time.
After taking Diksha means now you got shelter. Just now we were reading, Prahlad Maharaj is saying, please make me a servant of your devotee, right? So you got that connection because of this Diksha. Now you got connected with the Guru Parampara formally, right? So when you get connected, the mercy is flowing. That's the point. But still, we need to, many times the tendency is we think, now I got Diksha, so now I'm, my path is now clear. Now I'm going back to Godhead. We shouldn't think like that. That is why Diksha is called initiation. Initiation means it's the beginning, right? This is the beginning. So therefore, now we should become even more serious in our Krishna consciousness. Not that until we get Diksha, we work so hard, right? We do Bhakti Shastri, or we do, so many different services so that we get recommendation and we get initiation. But after we get initiation, now we can relax because now we are initiated, right? Like we study hard for examination, and after we pass the exam, relax. Now exam is over. That should not be the attitude. Rather, initiation means now it's even more. I have a responsibility now. I'm connected. I have a debt, isn't it? Now I have been accepted into this prestigious Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara, coming in the line of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now I have a responsibility. I have a debt to all our spiritual masters, to our immediate spiritual master, to Srila Prabhupada, to all our acharyas, to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we have to spread this movement, but in order to spread, it is said first help yourself before you help others. So we have to be in good standing ourselves so that we can help others. So we should, to keep ourselves in good standing, what should we do? Whatever we are hearing now, right? We should try to live, try to come to that point of pure devotional service. Anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karmadhyanavritam anukulyena krishnanushilanam. So whatever work we do, that result of that work must be offered to the Lord for his pleasure. And that work also, as far as possible, in the current situation, try to simplify that work as much as possible and offer it to the Lord's service. And meanwhile, we should build our faith by chanting the names of the Lord and by hearing from Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Our acharyas have left such a treasure. Srila Prabhupada has given us so many books. First of all, read Srila Prabhupada's books thoroughly. Throughout, we should read Srila Prabhupada's books always. And then we can take also help from the previous acharyas' writings through classes, and also share this with others. That's our movement. Krishna consciousness movement is meant for sharing Krishna consciousness with others. So always remember at all times, be grateful for the mercy that has been given to us, and also pray to the Lord, ask the Lord how I can be an instrument, what I can offer to repay. We cannot repay, it's not possible to repay, but when you have a debt, you have to make a gesture of trying to pay back, isn't it? So like that, in that mood, we should try to see whatever we can contribute like that. It's not only for those who are initiated, this is for everyone, but especially when you get initiation, now the responsibility becomes even more than before. It's like that. Okay. So all my best wishes to all of you, and to Parashakti Mataji, congratulations, and I wish you all the best. Kavita Mataji.
Thank you, Mata.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Actually, you have told everything. वही मैं पूछना चाह रही, after Diksha, what will be the timetable of daily routine, मतलब morning से evening तक? Everything you told, फिर भी मंगल आरती से लेके क्या क्या करना रहता है वो? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji. So, grihasthas, for grihasthas, deity worship is very important. For everyone, deity worship is important. But for those who are brahmacharis and sannyasis and vanaprasthas, for them, they may not always have their deities, because especially brahmacharis, they may not have the means, because deity means now you have to bring bhoga for the Lord. So if you're living in the ashram, you may not have that facility, isn't it? So for them, deity worship, how that requirement of deity worship is fulfilled? By going to the temple every day, taking darshan of the Lord, offering obeisances to the Lord, doing parikrama of the Lord, attending Mangalarti, right? As much as possible, depending on your services, morning and evening, if you go, that's wonderful every day, make that a routine. So deity worship, actually, about deity worship, it is said that there is two paths. There is Pancharatra Paddhati and there is Bhagavata Marga, right? There is Bhagavata Dharma or Bhagavata Marga and there is Pancharatriki Vidhi. So in Bhagavata Marga, there is no need of deity worship. It's not a requirement. Simply by Sankirtan, that means chanting and hearing, you can get perfection. It's not that you should not do, because in Bhagavat Marg you have 7 limbs. 9 limbs. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam. So you can perfect your life by any one limb. It's not a requirement that all should be there, or it's not a requirement that if you're following Bhagavat Marga, you should also do Archanam. It's not a requirement in Bhagavat Marga. Therefore, we see Parikshit Maharaj, simply by hearing, he perfected his life. Sukadev Goswami, simply by chanting, he perfected. So that is called Bhagavat Marga. Bhagavat Marga means any one of the 9 limbs. You take one limb, you do only that one limb, you can perfect your life. That is Bhagavat Marga. So therefore, when you talk about Bhagavat Marga, it is not that Archanam is essential. It's not required. Whereas in Pancharatriki Paddhati, which is given by Narad Muni, Narada Pancharatra, he gave us the Pancharatriki Paddhati. In that, deity worship is essential. Without deity worship, you cannot get perfection. Pancharatriki Vidhi. So, now which Vidhi are we following? Srila Prabhupada says in the 4th canto, I think in the 13th chapter, 13, 14 chapters, Srila Prabhupada says that we in ISKCON, we are following both, a combination of Pancharatra as well as Bhagavat Marg. We are following both. So, because we are following both, for us deity worship is essential or not? It is essential. Because we are following a combination of Pancharatra and Bhagavat Marga. So in Bhagavat Marga, Shravanam Kirtanam is important, Sankirtan is important, and in Pancharatra, deity worship is important. So we cannot do without deity worship. We have to do deity worship also. So for those who are grihasthas, and if you are living far away from the temple where you are not able to go to the temple, then you have to do deity worship at home. And those who are, living close to the temple, and if they are actively, so when you are living close to the temple means you are engaged in the service of the deities in the temple. Regular service you should be doing to the deities in the temple. So deity worship is essential for everyone. But for those who are brahmacharis there, in that case, even if you're not personally performing aarti to the Lord every morning, if you go and you take darshan of the Lord, when aarti is being performed to the Lord, you go and you attend the aarti, still that is deity worship. That way, the requirement of deity worship is fulfilled. So now, Mataji is asking, what should be our program daily? So the program is the same that Srila Prabhupada has given us, right? Rise in the morning, do Mangalarti. Mangalarti. Again, the standard of Mangalarti, how much you're able to do, depends on your means, right? Whatever you're able to do, right? Standard varies. So you set the standard with the help of your Shiksha Guru or your immediate authority. Whatever standard they suggest according to your time, place, and circumstance, you do that. Morning Aarti, Mangalarti is very powerful. Morning program is very powerful. And then chant your japa and Srimad Bhagavatam study. This has to be done every day. Morning and evening, Bhagavad Gita, you read Bhagavad Gita like that. So this is essential. And during the day, whatever karma that we do, that karma has to be done in simplified karma has to be done, and that also has to be offered to the Lord. So as Matajis, we will, if we have deities at home, we'll be cooking for the deity every day, right? So like that, whatever standard that we follow. Now you cook for the family anyway. So if you're cooking, if you're preparing breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the family, then you should have such a standard for the deity also. And sometimes if you're only cooking once for the family, if that is the standard, then at least one offering every day you cook for the Lord, and then, like that. So standards may vary according to your circumstance, but certainly some sort of deity worship should be there. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Very nice.
Okay, thank you. Okay, any other questions, comments? So we will end here. Thank you all so much. So I think we will have today evening's Chaitanya Charitamrita session also. For you in India, it's in the morning. So thank you all so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Shri Prahlad Stuti ki jai. Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrind ki jai. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrind ki jai. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Mataji.
much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.